Hey Capricorn seekers and all seekers checking in for their Capricorn placement. Hi, welcome to November. Scorpio season gives you power. There are a lot of similarities between Scorpio and Capricorn. I know maybe not surface level, but you both are dark as F when you want to be. There is intense level of existence, for lack of a better term. It's when, look, you're the depth of the earth, right? Scorpio season is the depth of the ocean. And when deep, intense waters meet deep, dark earth, well, that's when all the demons come out to play. Venus going into your sign this month, it's going to be a party in your subconscious. I know it's not, it sounds like not very traditional interpretation for it, but it does definitely has its great attributes. You look great. You know, it makes you very intense and charismatic and warring. And with that, not as contradiction, you know, she expresses the dark powers of the divine feminine. Think Persephone, think Hecate. One second, I want to say something. I don't want to look at them yet. A couple of cards dropped facing down, and I'm going to look at them in a second. So having Venus in your sign during Scorpio season, specifically during November, and it's going to last for a while, it's going to be like 5 months, but specifically this month, you're going to get to know yourself on a very deep level that you may have either suppressed or as a child was like, I don't want to feel it, I don't want to know it, I don't want to deal with it, and then you kind of close it off. Or you were just not aware of. Either way, it's been dormant, and now it's waking up, and it expresses itself through your femininity. You are not going to tolerate things that you used to tolerate. Something about yourself, your sense of worth is increasing, and I'm not referring to the standard Capricorn sense of worth that you already have inherently. I'm referring to like not on a 3D level, not on a material, tangible, daily, mundane aspect, rather on a soul level. Like, this is a type of soulmate I don't want to deal with. Like, you're going to find yourself being like, okay, I used to deal with soulmates just because, well, they're soulmates. And now you're like, well, no. Like, if their avatar is shit, or if it's not aligning with what I see for myself, right? I'm speaking for you, Capricorn. If it's not aligning with what you see for yourself, going forward, what your expectations are, what your desires are, because your standards are expanding even. Like, you're going to start coming with demands to people around you that you're not used to. You're used to being more tolerant with, or you're used to being more accepting with, or maybe looking at the big picture. So, you know, choosing your battles and not focusing on something that kind of brushing it off, and now you're not. You can't. You won't. People in your life are going to discover you in ways that they're not familiar with, for better or for worse, right? Maybe they will love it and be like, wow, I wish I saw this side of you sooner. And maybe they'll be like, wow, I wish I saw this side of you sooner. Okay? So things that are really aligned with your genuine aspects, with all your layers, with your core, will survive this month. Things that do not, if you have different paths, if you have different core, whether you knew about it, you knew that or not, you're discovering it now, then there will be some separations. Either way, it's okay, because whatever happens, look, no one really has extra energy to deal with things that aren't aligned with us. And this is for the cross watchers, for Capricorns. Like, this is not about you being good to them or bad to them. I mean, it could play out like that. Obviously, if Capricorn, you're in like a toxic relationship and you suddenly set very clear boundaries about your worth and you're no longer tolerant, then yeah, F them, right? But it could be really okay dynamics, be it romantic, be it friendships, be it work partnerships, family, whatever. So crosswatcher, like, if things break down with a Cappy in your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with you, right? It could just mean that they're discovering themselves on a whole other level right now, and then you either find that it works for you or you find that it doesn't. And vice versa. Cappy might feel that about others in your life. The new moon in Scorpio will really show us. Everyone, by the way, this applies to all signs. Scorpio season demands truth. It demands purification. It demands, it has zero, like, the BS radar is off the charts. It has zero tolerance or patience for BS. It's like other seasons allow certain things that Scorpio season does not. It puts down a very clear boundary. You're either on this side or you're on that side. It is very black and white, and it's because, not because life is about being completely black and white, but because there are certain things in our life that are. There are certain things that you just can't compromise over, right? And that's subjective to each of you. There are certain things that you just can't let slide. There are certain things that you just don't want to live with or don't want to tolerate. And that's where that energy of Scorpio comes in throughout November. And it's like, especially with Venus. Venus, listen, the energy of Venus knows what she wants, knows what he wants. We all have a Venus in our chart, okay? We all have a divine feminine within us. But Venus knows herself very well, and she does not play politically correct games. Okay, it's not the Libra aspect of Venus that is going to come out this month. It's going to be more like the Taurian Venusian vibe that is going to come out this month. Because Scorpio season is full of Taurus energy. That's the access. Because after every birth or death, there's a birth, right? Within the Scorpio season of transformation and endings, there's also birth and beginnings and creation. Hence the Scorpio Taurus access. So Venus, bottom line, what I'm trying to say, this is not, I know a lot of astrologers are going to tell you, oh, this is when you're so lovely and fun to get along with. No, not this season. Maybe a few months from now, when you're already in your new place, in your new environment, in your new relationship, in your new friendship, in your new whatnot. Or not new, but just not with the old, okay? then the Venus in you will come out and play and feel more comfortable and feel more at ease, because she's in her safe space and free space where she gets to be herself, and it doesn't conflict with others. Do not try to fight this energy. Planets move in a certain way and echo frequencies and energies for a reason. So if all the energies are, leading to, just a simple example, action and initiation and moving forward and having don't be like, oh, it's too much. No, I should be very, very calm and the opposite of those energies. You're not supposed to live by astrology, but also not resist. Working with the planets doesn't mean only doing what they say, and it doesn't mean only resisting what they say. It means listening and heeding the advice. Because it's a type of advice this month for you, I called you Scorps. Cappies. Because you're going to harness that energy, right? It's a type of... What was I going to say? It's the type of energy that if you won't listen to its whisper, it will shout. And if you won't listen to its shouting, it will tower. Tower moment. I have new neighbors upstairs. They're moving in, so it's like, I don't know what they're doing there, like rolling in furniture or something. When I know the reason for someone to be loud, like I really don't mind it. I'm totally chill. It doesn't interfere with anything for me, like even if I'm filming. However, when it's like someone is being loud because they're disrespectful or for a reason that isn't legitimate, they're just being like jerks, then I get really upset. But this is fine because I know that they're just moving and they're just like, figuring life out right now. Anyway, so not a time to resist these energies, rather work with them. Now, these are the cards that fell down. We have the Sun in the upright and the 10 of Pentacles in this deck, 10 of Coins, the same thing, in the reverse. Yeah. That the truth shall break shit down. There is a certain, perhaps something that you've perceived as a 10 of Pentacles is something that is very stable in your life, something that is very consistent in your life, something that will stay for the long term, is something that will just be there and grow and prosper. In the reverse, right next to the Sun, it's like truth comes in and sheds light on it in a way that makes you understand that it's not what you thought, or it's not going to become what it is you thought. However, the fact that the Sun is in the upright, it means that that truth is true. It means that it's aligning with your spirit and with your heart. And having a 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, realizing that something you thought you can rely on for a very long time, you can't, or that shit is like just not stabilizing no matter how much you try. It's uncomfortable, it hurts. However, the sooner you realize that it was an illusion, the Sun card, the sooner you realize, the sooner you tap into truth, the sooner you tap into your life, to the best potential, should I say, of your life, if that makes any sense. There could be some family matters that are shaky a little bit, that you're trying to bring peace and resolution to. But it's like, it doesn't want to be fixed. It wants to be stirred. It wants the gunk to come up to the surface. It wants to know itself, the situation. Everything has energy, not just people. Like, situations, dynamics have their own essence, their own, you can run a chart or do a reading for like an event, right? Or a situation. So same here. This dynamic wants to be known for what it is. Three of Pentacles. Because you can build something truly stable and truly good if you focus on the actual pentacles that you do have, that have the potential to grow for something really stable. You know, better having 3 pentacles, real pentacles in the upright that can grow and be built into a 10 of Pentacles than having a 10 of Pentacles in the reverse that is just an illusion of a 10 of Pentacles, right? Quality over quantity. You can look at it that way. Or better something new that has really great potential and gets along with you, as opposed to something that is very familiar and very it's normalized in your head. However, it's not stable. The stability of it is the history in it, not as much as its actual nature. Okay, now it can play out in so many ways. Cappy, you tell me how it's playing out in your life and what it applies to. But the 3 of Pentacles in the upright here shows that there is a direction that is very, very good for you. Very, very strong. 4 of Wands. So partnership, camaraderie, union, getting together with like-minded people or a like-minded person, celebrating one another. 3 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands is wonderful energy for cooperation, for success, for celebration, for some of you engagement. So those of you who are with your person, with your actual right best person, this is an energy that can get you engaged, that can get you moving in together, that can get you bring a child into the world, whatever the next phase, the natural next phase for you is, right? And those of you who are not with your actual, who are not with your it person, it can break down. Okay, so it's a very, I told you, it's a very black and white, here or there type of energy. You're either on this side of the aisle or you're on this side of the aisle. Which one would it be? It's like a ride or die. No, that's not the term. In or out, pretty much. So however this month end, joyous union or collapse, it's for the better. Okay, energy will really show you. You will show you. They will show you. I naturally am always drawn to the romance aspect of life in readings because a lot of you tune in to learn about it. But again, this could apply to any topic in your life, any field. Some of you, if you had a fallout with family members or things weren't so steady, you might have a get-together that, you know, will have really good energy and you'll feel really good about the people around you, and it will just make you feel better. You're going to be like, okay, everything's okay now. Like, there will be good communication, harmony, fun, it will be lighthearted, and it will be, you'll feel belonged to something that you maybe had a little bit fear in regards to. Like maybe you thought you, like maybe you're going there shaking and then coming out like super like, oh, this was great. I was just being insecure, I was just being paranoid, whatever. Some of you are starting a new, sorry, I'm out of breath. Some of you are building something new. Five of Cups. Yeah. This could be building something new along the lines of also dealing with something that breaks down, that falls out. This could be again, I'm rotating back to the beginning of the reading. Discovering that something that you thought was stable is not, and there's a lot of reminiscing over the good old days where everything was great and you guys got along and we were so happy, and now there's like so much you know, highs and lows. Some of you feel like you're not able, like you're trying to break free of something that has been holding you back for a very long time, that you feel like has been putting you down, making you feel unworthy. There's a lot of cleansing with this Five of Cups, like cleansing a lot of pain, a lot of emotions. I told you, everything is going to be stirred up. And please don't think you're alone in this. It's like Scorpio season does it to everyone. It brings out the truth. Oh, I'm picking up on Truth or Dare. Anyone is playing Truth or Dare? Maybe you'll be playing Truth or Dare, and someone will answer a question truthfully that will shock you. That you'll be like, I can't believe you think like that. This is how you actually feel, and it will kind of bring up a lot of like, ugh. Knight of Swords. Yeah, it might start up like very intense conversation. I do see someone leaving really, really fast, like storming out. So you might be storming out of somewhere, or someone is storming out of a place that you're in. You could be like telling your boss, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, I'm out, and you're not even giving them like a 2 weeks notice. You're just like, you're out the door like so fast. Others of you, show me more. Show me more. What's going on with this Knight of Swords, Five of Cups? Show me more for November for my beautiful Capricorns, please. Eight of Wands. Yeah, Eight of Wands right after the Knight of Swords. This is fast movement. This is leaving somewhere and going somewhere really fast. Like this could be travel. This could be a drive. This could be a run. This could be someone going out for a run, or someone running. It's probably an analogy, like just very, very fast movement, and a lot of words are said. Something is going to happen that will just bring in a lot of fast-paced change. Knight, not Knight, King of Cups, sorry. King of Cups. I feel like the energy of like people speaking, you or someone or both of you or others, I don't know, like there's someone who's like, sometimes it's very hard for us to tell if it's you or someone you're dealing with, especially considering it's general reading, so it can apply this way to you and this way to someone else. So you just put yourself in the narrative, okay? Or you'll find out, you know, as the month passes, and come back and let me know in the comments, please. I love knowing how things play out for you. So this King of Cups suddenly says how they feel, like all of it. They're just not leaving anything in. This could be like, maybe they've held it in for a long time. Maybe they've kept it, you know, bottled. It was bubbling, but they kept it bottled in. So now with this Knight of Swords and Eight of Wands and King of Cups, it all just storms out. Like maybe it's the emotion storming out. It could be an actual storm, and it could be a fire. So I don't know where you live. There might be like in the area or somewhere, but I do see water. So there's a lot of water. Okay, I don't want to go to the collective climate level here. Let's focus on Capricorn. Yeah, so the micro aspect of it is a flood of emotions coming out. You're like, wow, wow, this is what you think. Back to the truth and dare, truth or dare kind of vibe. I told you guys, whatever comes out, whether it's wonderful or super uncomfortable this month, it needed to come out. It needed to be heard. It needed to be told. It needed to be dealt with. 6 of Cups. Things that, happened throughout time with this person and were kept inside and not addressed, right? And then suddenly, like, years of frustration is coming out, or months of frustration is coming out, and it's just a lot to deal with. And it creates a lot of emotional upheaval and some drama. 6 of Cups could be in simplicity, especially next to the King of Cups, just children, right? There's maternal aspect coming up. There's children coming up. So maybe you have kids and you don't want them to hear you argue, or you don't want them to hear what you're saying. Those of you who have kids and are having an uncomfortable conversation and you think that they're in their room, they hear you. I don't know if the window is open or they managed to get out of the room without you hearing them. So they're in the hallway or something, but they hear everything. Just so you know, I don't know, there's a situation here that is coming up in November. So if that happens, keep in mind, wait, are they actually not hearing this? Or check first before you say something that you don't want them to hear or that you might regret. And with that, there's also so much celebration and family and holidays. It's like a double life. Some of you, I see someone leading a double life, not like James Bond double life, not like secret agent, more like, business as usual on the outside, right? When you meet your family and on social media, everything looks very happy and loving, but then at home, there's a lot of drama. The moon. I told you guys, I started this reading. A lot of emotions, a lot of things are going to come out. The moon with all these cups here, 5, 6 of Cups, King of Cups, all of it. It's Scorpio season. It's going to be, you're going to meet your inner dark goddess. And dark goddess doesn't mean evil goddess. No. It means the power of the womb, of the empty matter, of space, of darkness that houses light, Light needs darkness to shine. And, the lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 19th. And we have both the sun and the moon card. Yes, the eclipse is very, very meaningful here to this reading, to this narrative, to you on so many levels. Some of you are going to have like parental emotions come up to the surface to deal with. Maybe you're dealing with your parents somehow in a way that is emotional. Maybe you're going to visit them where they live, and it's a little bit emotional and confusing to you. The aspect of home is coming through very strong. Where you grew up, of your childhood home. Maybe some of you are homesick. Some of you might, if you're not in your home, in the place that you feel belong, you might feel it strongly this month, like the sense of being homesick. Some of you don't necessarily know where that is, but you just have that feeling of like, I want to go home, I just don't know where that is. Well, that's an invitation for a journey, right? For an adventure of discovery where home is. And you get to learn and experience so many different places and cultures. So the journey home is what prepares you for home. Does that make sense? Like, you know, sometimes it's a certain feeling that you can never gain back. There's not specifically you, and it's not like, not to make you upset or anything. It's, we all share that. It's part of our journey, our human journey. So if you're not familiar with Carlos Castaneda and the teachings of Don Juan, he has a series of books. One of the books is called Journey to Ixtlan. And it talks about the yearning to go home, to the place that we felt most safe and free and loved at. And it also talks about how even if we go back there physically, it doesn't necessarily bring with the same feeling, right? And the same sense of belonging, because it's like stepping into a river. Even if it's the exact same spot, the waters are completely different. It's never the same. So it's not about the place that you call home as much as it is the undying yearning for a home that we can never really have again, because we are changed and that place is changed and the people are changed. And it's not about being sad about it. It's about, because if you'll be focused on that notion, it's very depressing. However, it's not about that. It's an invitation to, to stir you to your actual home, which is another one elsewhere. Sometimes the nostalgia and the idea of what we love and what we want and what we yearn for, it's a journey to Ixtlan, it's just in the mind and it's no longer there. And the more we drown in that, emotionally, psychologically, the further we drift from home, from finding home. So let this be like an inspiration to seek a place where you do feel belong and make it into an adventure, like a journey. Now, when I say home, it could be an actual home. It could be a loved one, a person. It could be a city. It could be a career path. And this month, November is whispering to you, where is your home? Is it where you thought it was? Is it what you are yearning for? Is it a real place or is it just an idea? And if it's a real place, do you think it's the same? You can go there and check. And then you'll find out. Maybe it is. Maybe it's better. But the point is to not obsess over what we think we want, or what we used to want and now are changed and now we want something else. It takes a lot of courage to be honest with yourself and tell yourself that the dream has changed. The fantasy has changed. What you thought is home is maybe different. Just be open to it, right? If you don't open yourself to it, Scorpio season will force you. It's not gonna be patient. Anyone who's bullshitting themselves right now, who's lying to themselves, oh yeah, I love this person, when you don't. Oh yeah, we get along great, when you don't. Oh yeah, it's my dream job, when it's not anymore. Whatever. Oh yeah, this family member loves me. They love me because, well, They're my family. They have to. And then realizing their actions and realizing that they don't. And you yearning for their approval or for their love is just a journey to Excellent. Yeah, they're supposed to serve as a home for you, but they're not. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, quite the opposite. I want you to be happy. So I have to mirror to you what's not making you happy. Because if you tell yourself that this injury that makes you bleed is giving you life force, no, you're losing life force. You'll never heal it. You'll never fix it. You'll never cover it. Right? So this is me being like, yo, you're bleeding right there. That shit hurts. This is not about what's supposed to feel good. This is about what feels good. I'm going to continue this reading right now in your extended. It's available both on Patreon and on Vimeo. Please check out Patreon. You won't regret it. And my patrons allow this, right? So thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my channel members. If you want to study tarot and undergo a shamanic journey with me while studying it, check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. Subscribe if you're new. Press the bell button. Comment your thoughts. I love you guys. Bye for now. See you in a sec.